continuo a chiedermi, continuo a illudermi, difendimi, continuo a chiedermi, continuo a illudermi, ti prego resta qui. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I also almost did not make this live stream. Almost did not make this chat. What's up, Legacy of Bermuda? How's it going? Ready for the hot news? Heck yeah, heck yeah. So I was going over, speaking of news, I was going over Guidebook Gaming. I missed their stream yesterday because I had a plumbing issue to deal with. But that being said, after the plumbing issue was dealt with, I did a live stream last night. It was good. I went and I watched their video, and you guys are a little cloudy, so let me break that up for you here. Okay, all right, that's looking a little better. So I went and I watched their live stream, and it was obviously it wasn't their live stream anymore. And they did what's called a collector's vault, where they go back and they look at all of the other different types of videos that we had done first. And my first video on Earth 2 was it was called my review of Earth 2 and the potential it has. And I was like, oh no way! So they did it, and I look relatively the same as I do now. And they were going back and forth on different things that I was getting wrong, different things I was getting right. I had mentioned Antarctica in the first video, which was really cool. I casually they were just looking at the prices. The prices for Brazil was like 12 cents at the time, 12.2 cents I believe it was. And I was like, yeah, guys, I got this for like 10 cents. It's already up to 12 cents. I was talking about land income tax. I was talking about all that. I casually bought Manhattan tiles, 4 tiles. It was like $1.30 a tile. I'm like, oh my god, it was absolutely ridiculous. It was $1.30 per tile in Manhattan. It's bananas. That was December 14th, and that video came out. And then also, so it's crazy to see how things have changed in such a short amount of time. But also, I had mentioned a hot dog stand, and unbeknownst to me, was HG Rock? I think it was HG Rock had said something about, hey, a hot dog stand. I guess that's his thing, and I had mentioned it. Thank you guys for 5 likes. I had mentioned it in my first video of it. So I don't know. Hot dog stands. The reason I mentioned it is because they're pretty ubiquitous in New York City. They're pretty synonymous with New York City, and hot dog stands. They tend to go with each other. Obviously, you have knish stands. You have pretzel stands. You have halal guys, which are amazing. I freaking love those guys. The halal carts are so heckin' good. You get so much food for such a short amount of. Honestly, I might go to the city this weekend with a girlfriend, and we might just get halal. But she doesn't eat meat. But you can get stuff without meat. Anyway, I digress. It was just fun to stroll down memory lane, and definitely do it. Definitely, if you're interested in something, make a YouTube channel about it. Don't do it for the money. Don't do it for whatever. Do it because you can go back and be like, oh wow, look how young I look how great shape I was, or look how far I've come, and maybe you lose weight and think like, oh well, I look better now. But yeah, that was a really fun thing. So me and I'll give HG was it HG Rock? Was it Jethro? Either way, I'll give whoever had that my blessing. They can do the Earth 2 hot dog stand. Even though I was the first to mention it, I will give them my blessing on that. And as far as Veve and Omi is concerned, we do have a drop today. Superman. There's only one drop. There's not a rare and a super rare and ultra rare, all that. It's just an uncommon Superman of 8,888. We have had, excuse me, sorry, just woke up. We have seen a, what do you call it? Some uncommons. The mint numbers are less than that of some rares. So obviously, all of this is going to be, they're all going to be rare in the future as we go from, a couple 100,000 users to a million users to a couple million to several million to 10 million, all that. All of these are going to be considered rare. This one, the uncommon of Superman, 8,888 people. If you have 800,000, or let's say you have 900,000 people, so not even a million. If you have 900,000 people at some point, probably before the end of this year, and they all want Superman, not even 1% of them can get it. Not even 1% of them can get it just because they can. There's only 8,888, and if you have 900,000 people, 1% of that is 9,000, and there's not 9,000 copies. So, yeah, they're gonna have a rough time trying to get it. Like I said, this one will be worth a lot. I'm gonna try to get one. I'm gonna try to get two, but yeah, this is something that I think is gonna be worth a lot. So that being said, I've been talking for a little while. Let me go to the comment section. I will end the stream a little early today at like 10:55 ish, so I can go to Veve and try to get my Superman stuff. I see the chat blowing up here. Legacy Bermuda, hey. Junior Sanchez, good morning, Randy. Howdy, Junior. Oh, COD Mobile Tay says, hey, Randy Pandy. COD Mobile Tay, we were talking about you the other day. Last night's stream, somebody else there. I was like, yeah, like this kid's got twice the amount of OMI as I do. I have 10.5, so I have close to 11 now. Next week, I'm hoping to get my 11 as I sell more Pokemon cards, and I'm going to do another round of advertising that as well. Legacy of Bermuda says, my lovely friend is dope in the background today. Yes, Dashy is very dope in the background today. Also, that being said, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and I might do I might go down to Dragon Con this year, which is it's like Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. It's very big, but it's also in Atlanta. And I figure if I do that, I can open up the Veve world and the Earth 2 world to so many different people. I mean, I'm not speaking down there or anything, but yeah, that's something I would be 100% on board with, just to go down and show everybody. Like, guys, this is what dropped at San Diego Comic-Con last month. It's really cool. Dragon Con, it's in Atlanta. It's Labor Day weekend every year. It's really fun. Much excited. Very excited. RH, what up? How's it going? Powder33 says, what's up, Randy? Hope you have a super great day today, man. I see what you did there. Capitalize super, capitalize man. Yes, I'm very, very excited about it. I can't wait. This is and it looks great. It looks like classic, like comic book. I mean, I know it's a figurine. It's a collector's item already, but it looks good. Like, it's not like, oh, this is a Henry Cavill Superman. It's not. It just looks like comic book Superman. Looks great. I love it. Dr. Professor Kubinski said, "Do hot dog stand?" Yeah, I was the first one to mention a hot dog stand in December 14th, and then what do you call it? I think it was HG Rock yesterday had been touting a hot dog stand forever. So when I said Earth 2 hot dog stand, everyone was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 hot dog stand!" And the chat was blowing up. I was like, "What happened? What'd I say?" I didn't know HG Rock was planning this. I guess that's a testament to how little I've been on the Guidebook Gaming stream, where I need to definitely go back and it's just I'm so busy. but I definitely need to make a better effort on watching them more, because they have such great content. The community is fantastic, and also, again, they give away Class 1 free tiles every single day. So link down below for them. They don't pay me for that. No, there's nothing for that. They're just great. Freedom Mercury says, hello, Randy. How are you? So nice to catch you live. And hi, chat. It is so nice to catch you live, Freedom Mercury. It's very, very good to see everyone here. Again, I love it. I've been getting a slowly growing audience. I got like 20 subscribers the last few days. I got when I did my post yesterday on Twitter, it was like, it wasn't even that much. I didn't even put in like a whole mess of money. I'd put another $1,000 into OMI today. I have 10.5 million. I have over 10 million now, or something like that. And I got retweeted a bunch. I got like 90 something likes, which, again, I'm not big on Twitter. I go on it and I like things and I retweet things, but I had never gotten that much interaction from a tweet before. But if you want your Twitter to grow, post about OMI, post about all that. It wasn't even about Earth 2. Where Earth 2, a lot of my followers is from Earth 2. And it used to be a lot of Tesla and Pokemon, but now a lot of the following is from Earth 2. And now I got, I don't know how many followers yesterday just from that OMI post. So I was like, oh, okay, well, hot dog, cool. Outside of that, as far as updates, I don't think there were any updates. Oh, there was a call yesterday on Discord. The call on Discord yesterday saying that they're going to do mass burn events and so forth, but the amount that they're burning or leaving on the table supposedly is not going to be huge. It's not going to be like 50 billion like I thought it was. It'll probably be several billion. But yeah, based on the call yesterday, that the amount of OMI they're going to burn is not going to be a huge amount. And what else did they ask? Oh yeah, so on the Ethereum blockchain though, it was while they were searching for a blockchain, they had said like they were offered like tens of millions of dollars from multiple places, and those tens of millions of dollars from multiple places they had to ignore. They had to, because it wasn't as good as like instant transaction. It wasn't as good as far as the not the economy, the environmentally friendly. Whereas there's zero carbon footprint. So they're very excited to go to Ethereum blockchain. I don't know exactly when Ethereum 2.0 comes out. I'm going to say by the end of the year. But that one would be cool. That'd be legit. And after that, I don't know if they mentioned buybacks yesterday. If they did mention the buybacks, they did not, to my knowledge, they did not say what rate they're doing. And what I mean by that is, they have let's say for every 2 that they've burned, they're going to want to buy back 1. They haven't said what rate they'll do yet. I would suspect for every 2 that they burn, they would buy back 1. But again, that's just my opinion. That's just speculation for right now. On Grandmaster Wawa says 1 tile hot dog stand. Yeah, you could get in at the time. You can get in for like 50 cents and buy 4 tiles and buy like a hot dog stand in Brazil, or buy 5 tiles, spend $5.50 and for 5 tiles in Manhattan and build a hot dog stand. That was, oh my God, that's bananas. That the prices were so low, and you could see everything on there. You see that PayPal was still a thing, and PayPal will come back. In my opinion, they're just little low right now. They're hiding in the shadows. Also, the idea for OMI, why it might go down again. Oh, how can it go down again? So, the International Monetary Fund is not helping El Salvador try to make Bitcoin a legal currency there. They are getting a lot of fight, a lot of pushback. As that happens, I don't know if that's just manipulation to keep Bitcoin down, because clearly the public and everybody wants Bitcoin. The holders for Bitcoin everywhere just grows. It continues to grow, and the sentiment of people saying like, yeah, I'm glad I got Bitcoin and I don't regret it, that continues to grow as well. So again, we don't need the banks. The people will decide. It is the people that will go on and just use it wherever they damn well please, without the approval of the IMF if they must. But in the short term, might make some altcoins go down, because Bitcoin went from 40-something thousand down to 38,000 this morning after that news broke. So I would expect OMI to follow a little bit, although it didn't follow the news when Bitcoin went from like 30 to 40 grand. OMI stayed right down where it was, which is fine. I'll continue to buy. I will buy as much as I can. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Superman and Common Slime. Oh yeah, I forgot the Common Slimer that comes out later on tonight, I think. The Superman definitely comes out this morning, and the Slimer comes out later on tonight at like 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, something like that. Legacy Bermuda says, do you know what's going on with Arya's Twitter profile? I think he put it private for now. Yeah, that's it. I just think he put it private. So we'll see more of him as Phase 2 starts. Junior Sanchez says, the Superman drop will be the Charizard of the Veve app of collectibles. It might be. You're getting a small amount, even though it's uncommon. Less than 9,000 is small considering the amount of growth that we'll have. And let's not forget, both Earth 2 and Veve, well, I think Veve might be in a couple other languages, but not a lot. Earth 2 is only in English right now. Despite that, South Korea is the number 2 country, and that's only going to grow as this gets translated. Like I said, when things go viral in China, they go viral. There's 1 billion people there. So Veve, to my knowledge, I don't think is translated into. I don't think any other language. If it is, it's only translated into like a couple, but very small amount. But once they get translated into Mandarin and Japanese, and getting a lot of the East on board. I mean, a lot of Europeans speak English, so we get a lot of Europeans as well. But once they get the East on board, yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be huge. Thank you guys for 10 likes. That means the world to me. And Earth 2, same thing. Once that's translated into other languages, oh my God, yeah, to the moon. In my opinion, my humble opinion. Moving on, Junior Sanchez, especially a few years down the road, yeah. I don't know if this would be The Charizard, I mean, the only reason why I wouldn't 100% compare Superman to Charizard is because it's not in season one. Uh, Granted, first appearance of Superman, even though it doesn't matter what season, it's everybody knows who Charizard is. Everyone knows who Superman is. So yeah, honestly, more people probably know Superman than Charizard because if you're over the age of 40 or getting near there and above, you might not know who Charizard is. You might have grown up a little bit before the Pokemon craze hit. Pokemon craze hit when I was like maybe 8, 7, whatever. Um, so if you're 40 and you were 17 when Pokemon came out, maybe you don't know it. Yeah, yeah. So but either way, you know who Superman is. Everybody, like, that's one of those worldly things. Everyone should know who Pikachu is, but even so, as much as Superman, I don't know. I'd love to see a thing with that one day. Maxwell Cook says, I know on one of the guidebook streams, guidebook gaming streams, and some other people have HG Rock some single tiles in our projects for his hot dog stands. Oh, that's so cool. So I guess he's gonna make hot dog stands. HG Rock, you have my permission to go and take my idea and be the hot dog king. I would love like hot dog eating competitions or however much you can make eating competitions. Again, we're gonna have so much fun with that app. We're gonna have so much fun with that game, even when there's no game. King of the Hill, hide and seek, manhunt. Like, the opportunities are endless, and I can't heckin' wait. The 2020s are off to a great start. Well, 2020 kind of sucked because of the pandemic, but for the most part, the future is looking magnificent. I'm so, again, life just gets better as time goes on. I romanticize 2010 because that was the year I moved out, of my parents' place. I was 19. I had just, started my own life as a man, and I romanticized 2005 a lot too. No, 2006 because I was 50. That was a good summer. I had a girlfriend. I had a, oof, oh, it was a good time. I was a good time. 2006. But then 2010 was good. 2015, 2016 were good. But just I romanticize years, because as time goes on, the past does get a little bit brighter. But that being said, doesn't matter what time in your life, doesn't matter what period. If it's 10, 20 years ago, now is better. Now is better just because a lot of people, they either have better jobs, they have more money, they have more stability, but technology just gets better. 10 years ago, internet was not what it was now. Let's go 15 years ago, and YouTube was not even a thing. YouTube was not around 15 years ago. I think it started in 07, so 06 definitely wasn't around. And when YouTube first started, it was literally just for music. It was just for guys to upload their own music videos and stuff like that. That was it. It's changed so drastically, and now so much more people have internet, and it's really insane to think about. Internet in 2010 on our phones, kind of. I mean, I don't think, maybe I had it, maybe. Yeah, I think I did. I had YouTube on my phone in 2010, but I did not have it wasn't as ubiquitous. Not many people were on Facebook. TikTok wasn't a thing. Twitch, I wasn't really on, but again, as time goes on, technology gets a lot better. What's your OMI average now, Randy? I don't know what as far as dollar cost averaging, I don't know what it is. I don't even know how much I put in. Maybe 30 grand, maybe more. I don't know. Right now, though, I just know how many I have. It's about 10.5, give or take. Aria Realty's gotta send me to the rest of my OMI, so I'll keep you guys posted on exactly what I have and all that. Yeah. Omi Homie Mike Jack says, "What's up, Omi Homie? Don't you think Akomi is really coming out of nowhere with surprises? I know in the future we're gonna be blown away. I mean, they still. I don't know how much surprises they could actually do for us, because with people like Cavell Anderson going on and speculating every single piece of news, there's no, when they eventually announce. Again, just my opinion. We don't know, or they haven't officially announced it yet. But when they officially announce Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, Pokemon, all these things, it's not going to be a surprise because most of us knew it. Thank you guys for 15 likes. That means the world. Because most of us know it. They have Alfred Kahn, and it makes sense. So actual surprises, maybe you have the beauty company that they had partnered with yesterday. I forget the name of it, something beauty, but Louis Vuitton, if you look at who owns that company, Louis Vuitton owns the company. So yeah, things like that could be surprises, new partnerships. But as far as old partnerships and drops, we already know. We already know. Like, am I Iggy Azalea? You already know. In the fast lane. And but yeah, partnerships like that would be cool. Just because they have that beauty app that again, they followed them on Instagram yesterday. I forget what they're called. Just because they have them doesn't mean that they're going to have a partnership with the parent company, which is Louis Vuitton. But if you have somebody that bought a Gucci bag in was it Roblox or Minecraft, and this was not even an NFT. It was just some Gucci bag someone made, which sells for what, $3,300 or $3,000 in the real world, sold for like $4,400 in virtual world, and it's not even an NFT. So if you have Louis Vuitton type of stuff, yeah, people are gonna want that. People are gonna go, especially girls, women are gonna use. Oh my God, they're gonna go absolutely insane for that. Moving on, Rohan Cap, what's going on? Says the bank is taking so long for giving me my cards. I hope I'm not too late for Omi by the time I get access to them. Again, I think we'll have until San Diego Comic-Con. Once San Diego Comic-Con hits, and we get a lot of people up on board, because nerd culture. Yeah, that'll probably be a thing. Also, outside of that, they have the what is it? Not 5CA. I forget what it is, but they have Veve has a company ready to do all their PR. So I don't know exactly what they're doing. If they're being told, hey, stand down for right now while we build up a big audience, while we do this. If that happens, then when they get the green light to really go, you're going to see this everywhere. Because again, they have that PR company that they can go NFL Players Association, MLB, and all that. So I'm very hopeful that they are being kind of red taped right now, hands behind their back. But once they get the okay to go, you start seeing this everywhere because of that PR company. How do you see Akomi going? Says Omi Homie Mike Jack. The actual company, they might take it themselves public one day. So I see before the end of the decade that being a real possibility. Roby1 Kenobi says, hey Chavez, how's it going? What's going on, Roby1 Kenobi? Legacy Bermuda says, if you must choose from Earth 2 or Omi, which will you pick? I've been asked this before, and I can't. If I was asked to decide which one to pick over the other, I can't. I can say right now that Omi short term will definitely have more growth, because again, Earth 2 is not a completed game yet. They haven't even announced their crypto. Although, again, Earth 2 hasn't even announced their crypto. So when that happens, maybe short term. Right now, short term growth goes to Omi. In the future, that could very well change when Earth 2 announces their crypto. So I can't decide either or. Just right now, because Omi is already a thing, it's already attached to this, I have put more money into Omi than to Earth 2. But and actually in my video yesterday, or not yesterday, my video that Guidebook Gaming streamed yesterday, it shows that says like I have $20,000 in Pokemon debt that I had to pay off, and if I didn't have that, I would have gone 100% into Earth 2 at that time, and I would have several 100,000 tiles. I'd have a million tiles, what have you. Maybe not a million tiles, but I would have several 100,000 tiles instead of the 20,000 tiles that I have now. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's my fault. Junior Sanchez says, Omi, duh. Smooches, my bae, how's it going? I love you. That chat yesterday was great when they were going over my video. I can't wait for tonight's creator vault, whatever they have. How I Made says, is Comic-Con virtual this year, or is it real life? For San Diego Comic-Con, it's virtual. For Dragon Con and New York Comic-Con, that is in real life, in person. So, like I said, that's why I'd be willing to go to Atlanta to do the Lord's work and spread the good the good news about Earth 2 and Veve to everyone there that I can. And be like, oh, watch my YouTube channel, watch my YouTube channel. They might just think it's me trying to get them to watch my YouTube channel, which is completely not the case. Although, yeah, it's kind of the case. So I'll do that this year. New York is pretty easy for me to go to because I live an hour away from Javits Center, maybe a little more than that. It's got to take the train, then you got to walk, all that. But I'm not in cosplay shape at all, so I'm not going to cosplay. My stomach is too fat, my arms are too small. Maxwell Cook saying, Akomi goal for Veveverse by end of year, seems like marketing will come hard a couple months before. Yeah, I mean the marketing will come either way. That'll come from that'll just come from Comic-Con. That'll come from people like us. Like I said, I'm very happy that they're not really advertising as much, them and Earth 2, because they can use that money that they would use for advertising, and they can use it for other things. So, like I said, I'm very excited about it. Let me let down the long flowing hair like Rapunzel. If they want me to advertise, I'm already doing it. But yeah, I think they themselves, the company, should make a YouTube account. They should make a TikTok and an Instagram and put out content for it and make these amazing, cool videos. And when they do, that'll just get a lot of people on board. Make movies with the app. Ooh, make movies with the actual. Oh my God, I have a pain in my lower right abdomen, lower right quadrant. I'm going to ignore that for now, because I will be damned if I miss this Superman drop. Well, I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so advertising. My advice to them would be make all this content with all their characters that they have, all the licenses that they have. The movies would be completely legit. That would go viral. But maybe they're not doing that because they don't want to go viral yet. Because again, it's only in English right now, and I think, well, for Earth 2, it's only in English. For Veve, it's also mostly in English. I don't know what other languages they have, but some things that they are doing, some things say, okay, this releases worldwide, this releases in USA. At some point, you're going to see this releases only in Germany, or this releases only in China. Will I fly to get to go to those places? Maybe. I don't know. I don't even think that if you do that, because your phone is set in wherever you live, I don't know if you're going to get that's going to work. If let's say there's a Germany exclusive drop, if I fly over to Germany, does that work? Or because my location, when I made the app, says the US, if it's going to say like, no, even though you're in Germany, you're not going to be available for it, I have to check that out. So I'll keep you guys posted with that. Maxwell Cook says, be fun to see all the cosplays again. Can only imagine how great they'll be after everyone has been stuck at home. The only group of people that I see that give military a run for their money as far as partying is veterinarians and cosplayers. And cosplayers tend to be a little bit younger, so we go hard. Cosplayers tend to not have as much money as veterinarians, but they're younger and more wild and crazy and free, and they go hard. So I think cosplayers probably be a notch above veterinarians as far as partying, just because they tend to be younger. But yeah, I expect these parties in Dragon Con and New York Comic Con to be wild. Like, they're always wild anyway. Like, you can have a good time at these parties, but I expect them to be crazy. How I Made says, what Lambo would you get if I was forced to buy a car, just get a Tesla? Honestly, Lambo, I don't know the difference between one Lambo and another Lambo. Like, one has like a certain engine, one has certain features, whatever. I don't know. But if I was forced to buy a car, Tesla. Yeah, 100%. How I Made says, do you watch those Wojak short clips about this crypto trading life? It's funny AF. I haven't. I have to take a look at. I forget the dude's name. It's like Adam something. Where he taught I was staying up all night last night just listening to this guy talk about like Wendigos and skinwalkers and these ancient, basically the conspiracy theories, but in like the best way, saying like he thinks that the park ranger service actually hunts these Wendigos and these, like, because what happens in old school like America, before it was America, when it was the Iroquois and when it was the Oneida and Onondaga, Cayuga, Seneca, Mohawk, they all had these weird legends and they all had these myths like, hey, there's something out there. There's something out there in the woods and it takes people. It takes people. We call them Wendigos. They each have it. Every single Native American tribe had something like that they call them. They said, no, there's something out there. And actually, when settlers came over to America, they started reporting them also, but we had guns, or not they had guns and they were able to hunt really carefully. But if you've ever seen people go missing in like off hiking trails or whatever, and they wake up like miles away from where they once were. Like, how'd you get on the mountain? How'd you get over there? It's either aliens or these weird Wendigo type of things, and because there's no other possible way for them to get up there. And I forget where I was going with this. What was I going with this? What was the question? Oh yeah, so we were talking about funny. Yeah, as mentioned, that guy on TikTok, and yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. I might do more videos on that. I don't know. Unircentra says, don't forget to use the time hack, guys. Yeah, so the time hack is setting your phone like a minute or so ahead, so you can be able to get those types of. So you're able to get the Veve Akomi drop a minute before anyone else. I haven't done that. I feel cheap when if I were going to do that. You know, I do it on time, like without hacks. It's kind of like when you speed run something. Oh, you speed run something. Let's say Mario. You do warp. You warp tile, so you only have to play 1-1, 1-2, 4-2, 4-1. So you only have to play eight worlds instead of playing the whole 32 worlds. You only have to play 8 worlds when you do warp. But then some speed runs where you do the whole thing, all 32 worlds. There's some speed runs where, like on Mario, one of the recent Mario games for Nintendo Switch, there's something called nipple percent, where you take off Mario's shirt somehow and you see the nipples. It's really, really crazy. You got nipple. The speed runs are insane. But yeah, I feel I want to get these things without doing any hacks like that. Superman drops 15 minutes. Oh, speaking of which, we have a 30-minute Patreon member shout out. Let's see what we got. I know you see, somehow the world will change for me and feel so wonderful. Bow, bow. Live life, clean air. I know somehow I'm gonna get there. And so that was some iCarly for you. Gotta love Miranda Cosgrove. It's all for real. Do you think Ultra Instinct Goku can beat Beerus? Goku can beat anyone, I would say, maybe except for Superman, because Goku always passes over his limits. Whatever limits he has, reaches them, goes above and beyond to fight his enemies. So yeah, Ultra Instinct Goku, or whatever form they're gonna have for Goku, can beat pretty much anyone else, in my opinion. Roland Cat says, yes, I love these Midwestern cryptids so much. My favorite is probably West Virginia's Mothman. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really fun. Ghost Hunters, I think, did an episode on, or Ghost Adventures did an episode on Mothman. Me and my friend Ashley were watching Ghost Adventures when I was in Washington. And let me tell you, we had an action-packed day. We had a very action-packed weekend, and we still had time for Ghost Adventures. We still had time for spoopy, scary videos. It was really fun. I love that. Yeah, and there was one, I forget when it was, but one time a kid got lost in some random park wherever, and the Green Berets had to go in. I forget when this was. But some kid got lost in a park in America. They sent the Green Berets in, and think, okay, well, why do Green Berets need to go in and search for this kid? Okay, well, it's because he wasn't just lost. Something happened. Again, just my opinion, just speculation. Also, some declassified stuff. It's called the Giant of Kandahar, where it happened, I don't know how many years ago, where there was a team of, I don't even know if they were Marines or team of U.S. military. They were one person that was on patrol. I don't know if they're doing perimeter check, whatever, wherever they were, happened to not answer, not respond. They go looking for him. They find this cave, and in the cave, they just see a bunch of body parts, unknown who they were, and there was a legit giant in there, and they opened fire, destroyed the giant, and they swept it under the rug. It was declassified. Just Google Giant of Kandahar. Yeah, it happened like in the 2000s. I don't think it happened in the 2010s. It was before my time in the military. And again, these stories are a little well traveled, so going between the lines. But yeah, there's a monster, and I remember getting a little tipsy one night and telling one of my old landlords, like, there's a monster in Afghanistan. He's like, What? He was expecting like these big military secrets. I was like, no, there's a monster in Afghanistan. And he's like, what? And I told him the story. He's like, this is not what I expected. Yeah. Um, do you think Omi will hit 3 cents end of year? Yeah. My bear case for Omi is 3 cents end of year. My base case is 10 cents, and my bull case is 12 to 15 cents. That might change depending on how much they're leaving on the table, how much they're burning, will they have mass burn events. It might change. It will change. So when they let us know exactly how much they're leaving on the table, how much they're burning, when we switch over to Immutable X, when we switch over to Ethereum 2.0, that blockchain, I'll do another reassessment. But for right now, 3 to 6 cents is my bear case, 10 cents is my base case, and 12 to 15 is my bull case. Mick Burger, OMC Burger Pants says Mothman Museum there is pretty cool. I have to go. I would definitely want to see that. Smooches says there's a book about the hundreds of people that go missing in national parks every year and how the public knows nothing about it. It makes sense. All right, Smooches, I love that little bit of information. It makes sense that there were monsters like that, like Wendigos and Skinwalkers, that, let's say they had evolved from humans, like the way that, if we do the mermaid conspiracy theory, okay, well, there's this one subset of humans that, evolved near the water, that, they drink scallops, because humans already, they can hold their breath longer than any other mammal, or any other ape-like creature, except for, dolphins, but any other ape-like creature, any other primate, and they have the collapsible rib cage where they can dive, and humans have this like webbing in between their fingers, where apes don't have that. Chimpanzees don't have that, but humans do. So it makes sense that a subsect of humans evolved into what we would know as mermaids, and if that's the case, then there's no reason why this subsection of humans couldn't have evolved into what's called a Wendigo or a Skinwalker, because if a human doesn't want to be found, they're pretty good. They can be pretty good if they have hunting skills. Be pretty good at not wanting to be found. So take something that evolved to live in the shadows. It makes sense, and it makes sense why the government wants to cover it up. And the theory is that that's why the National Park Service was really made, so that you can go hunt these things, because humans aren't they don't do that well with coexistence, especially if something like that goes and takes children and takes people, not just children, men, women, all that. Oh my God, maybe that's what did it. How I Made says, I think 3 cents is very conservative end of year. Yeah, me too. That's why it's my bear case. Rohan Cat said, yeah, and the conspiracies about the government being in on it too, and how they don't want to disclose these beings that are so advanced they just mess with humans for fun as trophies. Yeah, that makes 100% sense. And I think, who was it, Teddy Roosevelt, that made the National Park Service? I think he was briefed on it. Again, just conspiracy mind going. I think that there's a real possibility that this, covert or secret government agency, like maybe like CIA or FBI or whatever, the men in black clothing, the men in black go and they brief the president saying, listen, you're president now, there's an issue with these beings, people call them skinwalkers, we have a different name for them, whatever they call it, but the people that go missing every year, it's because of these things. And Teddy Roosevelt probably just goes and says, like, all right, well, we're going to freaking fight these things, we're going to make sure that this doesn't happen anymore. And he made the National Park Service, Forest Service, whatever, specifically to hunt these things, specifically to fight these things, because again, it's in every single older community. Like I said, every single Native American tribe, even Europeans that came over here, they would talk about something. The only thing where I don't think it is in like Lewis and Clark, where they mentioned bears, but I mean, maybe they just didn't run across these things because they're so good at hiding, they're so good at being, camouflage and being really quick, and yeah. But if to be honest, like if I didn't know what America was, and I'm coming over from Europe and I've never seen a bear before, and they describe these Native American tribes, they describe two things. One of which is a really tall, like human, very slender, sleek, but it's very fast, a fast runner, and it just hides in the shadows, and it's like, okay, well, humans are good hiders. They can be good trackers. Maybe this thing, whatever it is. If they describe that, and then they describe a I don't know how big do bears get. A 1,200-pound mammoth of a creature that has teeth and guns don't work on it. I'd be like, I would believe the Wendigo and the Skinwalker before I would believe the bear, because it's, even in Lewis and Clark, they had mentioned like, oh, I don't see what these natives are so scared of. This bear isn't that big, because they found like an adolescent bear. And then when they found an actual bear, like, oh, this is what they're talking about, and they scared the pants off them. Master World says it's almost time. Oh, all right, so it's almost time. Almost time. Project Blue Books are how I made. Deep in the North Carolina mountains, camping is sketchy. Smooches, we have to go one day. We have to go. Vandrona says, good morning, everyone, but I gotta go. We gotta get this VV drop. Superman all the way. I love you all. 10:15 tonight after Guidebook Gaming. I'm gonna know the stream. I love you guys. All right, everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Meow, meow, meow.